How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting the fight. What's going on, people?
What's going on, people? You already know. That's by the title. I come to you with bad news. We lost one of our sisters. Number 15. Ebony Morgan, 28 years old. Beautiful. And this happened in Lynchburg, Virginia. And I tried to get enough information I could about her as I could. Check this out. This story takes place in Lynchburg, Virginia. Now, here's the story. Monday, July the 3rd, 2017, number 15, Rest in Power, Ebony Morgan. And this is how the story went out. Lynchburg police, a fatal shooting victim identified as a transgender. Lynchburg police are investigating a fatal shooting on Rivermont Avenue early Sunday, which the victim identified as a transgender woman, but have not publicly disclosed anything to indicate the homicide as far as the hate crime. Now, the department named the victim as Ebony, 28 years old, found multiple gunshots wounds at 303 Rivermont Avenue shortly after 1 a.m. Sunday. Police confirmed Sunday that the victim's name was Ebony Morgan, but had not legally changed her name before her death. Now, police found the victim after responding to a report of a possible malicious wounding at the time of 1:07 a.m., according to news release. The victim was transported to Lynchburg General Hospital and later pronounced dead. There are no evidence yet to establish the shooting as a hate crime linked to the victim's transgender status, but if any information is uncovered, then detectives will pursue as the lead. Now, Lynchburg Police Sgt. Bryan Williams told the news in advance Sunday evening. Now, Williams said detectives are aware of the victim's identity, at least some of the point of the transgenders. They have actively investigated possibility of factoring, into a motive. I'm sure all of that is being looked at, he said. At this point, I don't know if it's any indication one way or another. If the police do conclude the victim's transgender status was a motive, it would have been met up to Commonwealth attorney to decide how to prosecute any defense, Williams said. Now, police use the name Ebony because it's still on her legal name. Of course, I didn't say her government name. I'm telling you her name, Ebony Morgan. And there is no information about suspects and shooting of Morgan's death. Investigators said and released the details about the crime as it gets appropriate. Now, the city transgender community reacts swiftly to reports of shooting of her, and the Transgender Alliance said the organization is doing everything it can to support victims and the family members of the transgender community following the shooting. We are trying to be very compassionate for the family and this time, said the deputy director of Lynchburg Diversity Center, that the group posted on Facebook on Sunday that this is a sad day for lesbian, gay, transgender, and queer community of Virginia, and it's very sad for the day of us, Lynchburg. The diverse entity, founded in September 2017 and located in the Riverview Arts Park of Jefferson Street, opened its doors as an open house on Sunday as gathering place for resources after the shooting. It's a mission to empower, educate, support, advocate as far as LGBT individuals of Lynchburg and surrounding the area. Now, Andy Miller, the center director, said that she learned through multiple friends Sunday that the victim had identified as transgender. Miller said she understood the legal reasons behind referring to the victim by the legal name, but hopes that the victim identifies as a transgender woman is still recognized. Victims become doubly victimized when they're not identified in their correct name choice as a gender pronoun, as they with their friends and family. She said, this is not really so much an issue with the police making sure that it is respecting the victim. Now, Miller said on Sunday late, we have no information whatsoever establishing homicide as a hate crime, a late year drive of the shooting. So basically, she's saying that anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to contact Detective A.O. Cottrell at 434-455-6170. That's 434-455-6170, or call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-798-5900. That's 1-888-798-5900. So we can honor this girl, that was killed and stuff, Now remind you, this is Lynchburg Police saying this was a fatal shooting. The victim was identified as transgender. And Ebony Morgan is the 15th trans woman that's been murdered. And remember, Ebony is only 28 years old, and this happened on a Sunday and stuff. So if you have any information reference to this woman's death, please contact the police and stuff so we can help put a stop to this. And, maybe the cops will check her phone records, or maybe someone called her, maybe they got calls or something on her phone or something, they could look into it. Anyway, that being said, I want to say rest in peace, Ebony Morgan. And that's all I can say. Rest in peace, my sister. Okay, you see that? All I can say is rest in peace. Rest in peace, my sister. The thing about it is it gave out information reference to if you get any tips or something, if you know anything, do you hear anything, there's a possibility that you can help, as far as trying to stop this mystery why this woman was killed at 28 years old. And I guarantee you it's somebody she trusted. Somebody she knows. I guarantee you. A lot of times, crimes that are committed is by somebody who let our guard down. And once we let our guard down, this is what happens. Thing is, I don't get it. 28 years old. Her life is just beginning. 28. And this is Virginia. It says she was shot and she was basically murdered there at when she lived at, and basically they confirmed, I guess, her records. Then when they took her to the hospital, and this happened around, this is Sunday and stuff. This is horrible. Anyway, you know how these videos drain me, so I'm not going to say too much. I'll let you give comments and stuff, so I'm sure somebody down there is going to recognize this video, and they're going to know some type of way to let this woman rest in peace. Just living her life at 28 years old. She's just beginning of it. So rest in peace, my beautiful sister, Ebony Morgan. Rest in peace. And of course, I want you to be safe out here in this world we live in. July the 4th is tomorrow. And I always tell you, no matter what they say, don't believe that we're accepted as much as you'd like for us to believe. Don't believe it. Always be careful. And like I said before, I'm not being mean, but you better watch those people in your LGBT. I'm sorry, I gotta put it out there, but I've noticed that a lot of times when crimes are happening, sometimes it's within our own community. I said it before, and I'm not gonna be silent about it. I have to call a thing when it happens and stuff. And I'm tired of people overlooking the fact of the matter is that a lot of people, and I'm not saying everybody LGBT, but somebody said, well, we all though. I'm not saying everybody LGBT, that's not what I'm saying. But a lot of times when the girls are murdered and stuff, is by either someone that was trans attracted or someone who was in the LGBT. Anyway, that being said, and when I say LGBT, they may identify as far as LGBT, they identify as down low or basically undercover. Anyway, I just wanted to share the story with you and stuff, and that's all I wanted to say and stuff. You know, I love you and feedback on this, and I will let you know I love you, and I want to thank you for watching Catch the Rain.